The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at the Steeler defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Dayo Odeyingbo in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Levis sets up to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. This one taken in by Olave. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. You look at the Steeler defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. After the turnover, here's Murray. He gets it to Thomas. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Murray. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Levis. And his pass, incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Levis. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. That's into double coverage and intercepted. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give to Pollard running left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Levis to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here we go now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. They cashed in with a touchdown. Now he's got to try to get things right here. 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 66 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Here's Jake Bailey now. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it 2nd and 7. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Murray. Wilson's got it complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Here's Murray from midfield. Olave over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Murray off play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Murray now. This to the tight end, Kincaid. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Murray going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Levis. And that one to the right side and incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Levis out of the shotgun now. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Thomas. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Olave, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Dayo Odeyingbo there to make the play defensively. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Levis back to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Levis looking to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Drops this underneath for Pollard. Call it a gain of a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw, it's Levis. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Here we go, 4th down, Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Murray now to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A final shot before half for Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So we've hit halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense and Chris Olave getting set to take over once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this for about the 32. Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Levis. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Levis sets up to throw here. Throw left side on target to Thielen. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down. Levis to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Here's Levis. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Adam Thielen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And bulldozing his way through. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Murray going to throw. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Levis out of the gun on third down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Aleem McNeil coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the... The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Murray. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now Levis. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Levis back to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Pollard going to try the right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Jets on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Levis out of the shotgun now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Levis looking to throw. Complete right side to Hyatt. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 3rd and 3. Back to throw, it's Levis. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. And he comes back with one complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. To throw, it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And that is incomplete. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This to the tight end, Kincaid. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, Murray. He's got his target. It's Olave.
Holding. Offense.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Here's Murray. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This one taken in by Olave. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now Murray's got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Olave holds it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's 1st down. Murray to air it out again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
A chance to scan the field there. It felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.